Hello, it's a beautiful day and welcome to Trader KE, your simple and easy to understand tutorials hub for crypto, forex and stocks. In today's video, we'll go over the basics of P2P crypto trading. P2P trading is the most common type of trading in Kenya and Africa in general. In a recent report, Kenya led the whole world in the global P2P volume. You see, P2P trading is an entry-level type of trading and it's very suitable for beginners. So without wasting time, let's get into it. Let's go over the basics of P2P trading. So there are three parties involved in a P2P trade. That is the buyer, the seller, and escrow. We'll go over these in the next slide. And we're going to discuss the rates or margins and how to calculate them. This will be in another video. And you have to understand the difference between buying and selling. Also, we'll go over how disputes are resolved in a P2P trade. So in a P2P trade, as I said before, there are three parties involved. We have the seller, we have the buyer, and escrow. So the seller is the person who has the crypto. For example, they have Bitcoin. So they place a sell ad. This is a sell advertisement. And they receive payment in fiat, or let's say the local money, such as Kenya shillings. The buyer, on the other hand, they have fiat. That is, they have the Kenya shillings, the US dollars, Uganda shillings, Nigerian naira, and so on. And they also, a buyer can place a buy ad, but this one will be advanced, so we'll go over it at a later time. And the buyer can also buy from the sell ad that has been placed by the seller. So how does it work? The buyer places an order from the seller's sell ad and they pay. They can pay through a bank transfer, but mostly in Kenya, they pay via M-Pesa. To make sure that the buyer gets the crypto that the buyer wants to buy is held by escrow. So escrow is a trusted third party. That is a party that the seller and the buyer trust. So escrow is provided by the platform. That is the website, the app you're going to use to execute this trade. And escrow ensures safe trades and they solve disputes in case there is an issue with the trade. So once the buyer has sent money to the seller will confirm, I have received the money and everything is okay. Then the seller will issue a command to the escrow service to release the crypto to the buyer. More on these as we do a practical demonstration. But as of now, keep this in mind. Moving on, let's talk about the benefits of P2P trading. Number one is the local payment methods. If you are in Kenya, you can easily buy or sell using M-Pesa or your local bank. The other thing is P2P allows you to mask transactions from banks or payment providers, because when you're doing a P2P trade, you are actually buying and selling with another person, and this transaction can be anything. It could be you are buying food, it could be you are buying shoes, because as of the moment, crypto trading is somehow in a gray zone. It's not regulated, it's not prohibited, so you don't want to be there, people knowing your businesses. Another thing that P2P trade brings about is cheap international remittance. So if you want to send money to another country, let's say you want to send money to Uganda, so what do? You buy crypto, you go and sell to a Ugandan person, and the money, they don't send it back to you in Kenya, they send to another person in Uganda. That's how you do the remittance. The other thing is that you can make a profit because you set your own rate. If you bought at 100 shillings, that is $1, you bought $1 at 100 shillings, you can sell it at 101 and make a profit. The last one is that most of these exchanges, these are crypto exchanges such as Coinbase, Binance, mostly don't allow Kenyan cards to work there. They're blocked. So P2P comes in as a way for you to deposit your funds into that exchange. The other thing to note is that there are risks involved in P2P trading. That is, if you're trading as a business, if you're trading to make a profit. And the first one is volatility. This is the upswing in prices. As you know, today we could be at plus 10% in Bitcoin price, the next minute minus 20%. So these are very, very high risk So when you get into this, you need to understand how do you handle this volatility. And I'll show you how in a later video. There are also scammers. There are people who will send you money and then they reverse it. If you're using an international payment channel like PayPal, you can encounter chargebacks. Some will send even fake receipts. You have to be on the lookout. The other thing is that you might be participating in terrorism financing or money laundering without knowing. So how do you handle this? How do you get yourself out of this? It's simple. Number one, always make sure you are dealing with a person who has registered for the account. This is where you say you don't deal with third parties. So if you're dealing with Kevin Kamau, make sure the money that you're sending the money to Kevin Kamau. That's it. The other thing is that your account may be suspended or closed by the bank because you are doing a lot of transactions, or the platform. They can close you as a high-risk trader. The other risk involved is the platform could be hacked, where you have all your funds and your funds are gone. So that's it for today. And in the coming videos under P2P trading series, we'll discuss P2P trading as a business, P2P platforms that support Kenyans, and how do you register an account on this platform? How do you buy, sell using your own local payment method? And lastly, how do you make a profit? How do you handle the risk and everything else I've mentioned in this video? So to support this channel, I'd like you to like, subscribe and share. And that's it. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.